Opportunity. Perfect. Well, alrighty. Well, good afternoon. Thank you, Juan, again for the opportunity for having me today. I am extremely excited um, to share a couple of things that I know on my end to help you guys in the future. Today, we'll be discussing about building a business plan and making your vision a reality. If you have any questions throughout the slides, please feel free to reach out, ask any questions within the slides so we can get them answered as quickly as possible. Next slide, please. Alrighty. Well, nice to meet you. My name is Richard Monteroso. I am the small business specialist for US Bank. One of the reasons why I work with US Bank is because they have been recognized as being one of the most ethical companies in the past 10 years. I've been lucky to be part of that journey for the last 7 years. Whether you want to start your business as a side gig or maybe be the next Steve Jobs, I'm thankful for this opportunity to give ideas to entrepreneurs and business owners like yourself to help you grow and overcome those unforeseen bumps in life. You will not only work with me, but I will work with a team that will tailor to your needs. For example, if you need to buy a mortgage, if you want to do investments, or maybe if you want to open up a checking account, I'll be able to help you out and guide you to the right person to help you. We will talk about your dreams and create a pathway for you that works specifically for you. I work with in different parts of Arizona. I communicate differently with each customer, whatever is most convenient for you. If you want to connect virtually, like we're doing now, over the phone, via text message, or in person, I'll be able to help you out and meet with you as well. I've attached my information below. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I can answer any questions, and this is my direct line as well. And throughout this presentation, I encourage you to participate and share about your business. Before I start this, I want to applaud each and one of you as well for this journey that you've done so far. I know it's not easy. School's not easy. Work life balance, school life balance is not easy. But by taking this class, you're one step closer to reaching your goal. Starting a business is like learning how to ride a bicycle. You first start with training wheels. The hardest thing is about starting your business is just doing it. A lot of people might not want to because they don't know about what's going to happen. What if I do this? What if I do that? The more what ifs in life that you do, you're never going to accomplish what you actually want to do. You just have to do it when you want to do it. When you remove those training wheels, you might fall off, but it's okay if you do. That's life. Life is not going to be perfect every single time. You have to just get back up and try again. Same with the business. You're not going to have all the answers when you want to start your business, but you know what? You're going to learn from your mistakes. And failing is not failing, it's learning. So you're learning every time you go and just keep going. You just have to keep going and you'll be there. Next slide, please. All right, so now let's think about how to identify your brand. In this section, we'll talk about your business model and how to represent your company. Identifying your brand is essential. Every time I think about how my brand is, I think about how I carry myself and what do people say when I'm not in the room. Same thing with your business. What does it stand for? One company that always comes up to my mind is Apple. It represents innovation, simplicity, and pioneering trends. For example, right now, I love iPhone. I had an Android before. Androids are amazing. I worked at a cell phone store before. I had an Android before, and the great things that you're able to do with an Android is great. However, for me personally, I'm a simple person. I like to just know where my calls are at. I like to know where my text messages are at, and it's there. Everyone knows what the Apple logo means. And now they have those amazing goggles going on as well. I don't know what they're called, but they're innovative and they're starting a trend already. Next slide, please. Brand identity. When you think about your business model, what makes you different from competition? When creating a brand identity, you will want to represent your company well. Here are some key questions to ask as you work your brand throughout your business model. What does your company do? Be prideful of what you're doing. Don't think about your business as too small or it's just a business. No, it's your baby. You got to act like this is what you're creating. It's a masterpiece consistently. I've worked with customers that started their business and customers that are worth more than $80 million. You know what's the common theme from everybody is that they're very prideful of what their business does. And you are able to do the same thing. You just got to believe in yourself because no one else sometimes might not believe in you. But guess what? You always have that one person that will be, and that's yourself. What industry are you in? You always want to go above and beyond. For example, if you have a candle company, what makes yours special? I have a customer that started her business making as a side hustle creating candles. She creates candles, whatever the season is. Right now, she has some that are Christmas themed candles. And also, you're able to create your own candles as well. Last year, as a side gig, she made about $30,000, which is amazing. And now her candle business grew because she had TikTok, and one of those videos, it just blew up. And now she's making 30,000 a month. That is amazing. And those are the things that you have to market yourself is like, hey, you're going to do this. And you know what? Sometimes in life, you're not going to see things from one day to the next. This took her about a year and a half to do. And recently, her business just blew up for the last 2 months already. So, those are the things that you have to just keep going and be consistent with what you're doing because everyone always thinks that being consistent is easy and it's not. That's the hardest thing that you can do is being consistent because one day you're going to be like, "Oh, you know what? I could just relax today and I'll do it tomorrow." But if you do it tomorrow, that tomorrow may never come. You have to just keep being consistent each and every day and that's how you're going to see results. What makes your business unique? What does your company do? This will help you uncover the passion behind your business. What does your business do? What's different than the competition? What do you offer that no one else does? And how can your business relate to your customers that you're targeting? What's the personality of your business? If your brand was a person, would it be a famous celebrity? Who would it tailor off of, or who do you think that it would represent? For your product and service, how would you describe your product, and what features of your products are different from others? Your target customers, how would you describe your target customers? What are their interests, passions, needs, and personalities? Uh, Next slide, please. All right. So now, do we have anyone on here that would like to share about their business? All righty. Well, no worries. Some of the things, there's no such thing as dumb questions or anything at all. This is a safe place. So if you don't feel comfortable now, there's going to be opportunities later down the presentation that you can share about your business as well. Some things to consider about this is what does your company do and what industry are you in? What have you noticed about your business? Now these days you can just use different resources of YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, anything that you can think of to help you with your business to know what are your pros and cons about your business and what needs does your product fulfill your clients. These are some of the questions that you would ask yourself when creating your business model. And next slide, please. All right, now that we have drilled down on your brand, let's talk about your business objectives, review strategies. A business plan is used to guide you through each stage of starting and managing your business. A business plan is like a GPS. It shows you how to structure, run and grow your business. Sometimes when you don't have a roadmap, you might not know where you're going. That's sometimes good and bad because when you do have it, when you're going through somewhere, you're mapping in your business road, there's going to be bumps in life. But when you write things down, you might be able to know, hey, I'm going to pivot right now and I need to adjust to what I'm doing. Next slide, please. Why write a business plan? For some small businesses, a simple business model might be sufficient. However, you might prefer a traditional business plan if you're methodical and want to take your time to develop a plan before starting out on your business journey. Every person is different. I'm just giving you ways how you can get started on your own business. Business plans can be short or long depending on what you're wanting to document. For me, I'm a person that likes to write my goals, manifest things. I noticed that for me, if I write things down, I make it come into fruition, make it happen. You want to document operational fundamentals, marketing strategies, and project future growth. When writing the market section of your business plan, you may want to write some additional ideas for advertising. Oh, and can you go to the next one, please? Thank you so much. Perfect. And go to the next one again, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And then also, if you plan to ask for financing to apply for a loan, many financing sources require a business plan before they help you out. There's banks that will be able to help you out if you have private investors, anyone that could help you with your business. Next slide, please. All right. And what is a business plan? A business plan is composed of different sections for your business. You will want to include these components, but you can organize them anyway. This is just a rough draft, as you can say. An executive summary is a one-page overview summing up your business, product or service. Marketing plan, a company description talks about your mission statement, principal members, and how you plan on registering your business. This is important because if you don't structure your business properly, what happens is that you just have a business on your own. People, if you don't do something right, people could sue you and they'll go after your house, your car, other personal assets that you may have in the bank, your money, everything that you thought was protected is now not protected. And what helps you if you structure your business is that everything you have on your business, they're only able to get from that business. Market research. This will highlight your company's industry. It'll give a detailed description of customers and advantages. And products and service line is more in-depth description of your services, what problem they solve for customers, and what makes you different from others. Depending on your business, of your purpose, and your business plan, some things are not covered today, but one thing that you need to keep in mind is startup expenses and capitalization. Explains how much it'll cost you for your business to have and any additional money that you'll need throughout your way. Next slide, please. All right, perfect. So in this executive summary, we can see the company's size along the clients they serve, as well as where the company is going. The executive summary is often the last part of the business plan that is written, and it should be influenced by everything else on the business plan. Take about 2 minutes to read the executive summary, and then we'll circle back. Perfect. So now, from just the executive summary, do you feel like you had a good visual of the business company? Let's take a closer look at somehow key sections of the executive summary apply to your business. Next slide, please. Executive summary, product or service. This describes the products or services which is critical for both a business plan as well as marketing for your business. Take some time to think through these areas as you create your own product or service description. Here are some common concepts to consider when writing your product or service description. And also, what I would do is I would just write these down so you can just have them. Next slide, please. Thank you very much. The executive summary, customers and future of the company. So, on the customer side, can you one more next, please? Perfect. Thank you. It'll give you a detailed information and description of your customers that will help you target. It describes problems of your business that it solves. What I would do too here is list the customers, organization, or businesses your company plans to serve. This is understanding of your business and where you see your business going. Business plans can help you get funding. This may include current capital investment and future funding needs that you may have to maybe get your business to the next level as well. Next slide, please. All right, perfect. Market research. There's four categories: industry, customer details, company advantages, and regulations. This will highlight your company's industry, detailed description of the customers, advantage, and regulations. Many people wonder how they can obtain market research and can be done in many ways. Some of the ways is that I don't know if you knew, but in SBA, there's a demographic information that will help you completely free to determine whether which consumer groups may be more likely and interested in buying your products or services that you are offering to other customers. It's completely free. Also, you can talk with potential customers that you think will be a great fit. One things that could stick out of my head immediately is family members, social media, your Instagram, TikTok. You're able to see if whatever you could do your poll as well and see if what you're offering is what people are liking as well before you actually set everything, your product line, you sell everything. And then research your competition for insights into what they do. And you might want to pivot and adjust what they're doing so it can help you and your business. And then you could test a business idea, have a little product, create a sample, and if it doesn't work, it's okay. You could just go back, go to the drawing board, and see what's going to help you in your business so it can succeed. Next slide, please. Yep. Perfect. All right. So with this, from the business model canvas that we had earlier and brand identity, in this section, it will help you fine tune your details. In this industry, provide an overview of your industry and summarize your business position within it. You should describe the products or services offered within your industry and state your boundaries. And then here you could include a brief statement about your growth, challenges, and outlook in the industry. And the detailed description of your customers is an understanding of your customer base, and you may use demographic information, where they live or where they are a pet owner, or if they are certain, like if you're going after parents, single parents. um, Make sure that you're going knowing your customer and how you're going to help them out with this product. Perfect. Next slide, please. Perfect. All right. So right here, we can do a consulting business plan sample. The product or service line section will show the company's product or services they offer, along with the pricing, structure, and product lifestyle. Now, I understand that this is a sample, but as you can see here, you're going to see the services that this consulting company does, their life cycle, and pricing that they offer to other people. Perfect. Product line. So products and services in this category, further expand your product or services with a summary. And you can use some details that you listed earlier in the brand identity exercise. All right, perfect. Next one. Thank you. The pricing structure is important to include so that any investors or loan officers can easily calculate your profit margins depending on your audience. So, for example, I'm circling back with my client that had the candle business. So for her, her net profit, she it's she like her gross income a month is 27,000 and she net profits 75% of that. So it's about 20K that's just straight into her pocket. So that's something that you need to know as well, because if it costs you this amount, how much are you going to take home with you, and also how much you're going to pay yourself as well. And then for product lifecycle, it can vary between products and services. In this area, you'll explain any product considerations and shelf life of the product that you build. Uh, perfect. Next. Perfect. All right. So then we can do it consulting business plan. So this is our final section. This is our marketing and sales. It will tell the audience of company plans. So right here, it talks about your consulting agency example highlights of what they've done and sell services for their customers. So I'll give you about a minute or 2 minutes to read that.
Richard, I wanted to ask, so with all this information, if someone was to actually come in and schedule a meeting with you,
I'm sorry, Juan, you were cutting off.
as well, like you would also go through this like step.
I'm sorry, Juan, you were cutting off. I wasn't able to hear you
Hello?
with your question.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, 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 that's good. I'm sorry. I thought I froze or something.
Yeah,
No, I was just asking, so if someone is interested in wants to go in or set up a meeting, actually go to a USA bank and meet with either you or someone else, is the process of walking them through this, like, will you do that as well, or do they kind of are they expected to have all this before they go and meet with you?
great question. So what we do here at the branch is there's different people that will be able to assist with this, and we do have different programs that can help people out specifically for this. What I do and what other branch members do is when they come in, if they need help, we can guide them to where to go. We can't necessarily give them a business plan per se, because the reason why we're not able to do that is because let's say something when they're registering the business, something's wrong, then we'll be held liable for that. So we're not able to do that specifically, but we're able to give you the resources that you need to tell you where you need to go to register your business, and if you need to talk to a CPA or an accountant, we'll be able to give you that information as well, and they'll be able to cater to your needs. But if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here for everybody that may want to any questions that you may have. I'll be able to help out.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Yep. Alrighty, next slide, please. All right, so I'm still on the same one. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, sorry, my isn't. Oh, there we go.
Okay, perfect. Alrighty. So then, um, growth. We're going to talk about marketing and sales. So with growth strategy, a growth strategy is set actions and plans out and outline how you plan to expand your offerings, products, and services to your customers. List the short and long term goals for your growth. Define how you hope to achieve it. Customer communication. When thinking about communication, consider demographics and knowing how your customer likes to um, be in contact with you. That's why you have a lot of companies that send you emails, text messages with any promotions that they may have, or if they like to have any telephone calls, you can do that as well. A sales and marketing strategy is a big part of your marketing strategy. Is not having a solid branding, but how you market this to your customers. Perfect. Next slide, please.
So I'm like kind of lagging, so
Oh, no
yeah.
worries. Yeah, that's it's with technology. It works great, or it's amazing when it works, and it's so when it doesn't. So
Okay.
perfect. Can I have you? Perfect. Alrighty, awesome. Thank you very much. So these are some of the sources that I was telling you that could help everybody out. So with the Small Business Administration, it gives you opportunities so you can get funding from the government. With SCORE, they have courses that they can help anybody out that they want to start their own business. They can also use America's Small Business Development Center network and a Women Business Center. They do the same thing. And Arizona Hispanic Chambers of Commerce are able to help you out as well. And then when you go to the branch, we'll be able to help you out and guide you to where to go so we can help you reach your goal as well. Next slide, please. All right. So in this section, we will explore factors to consider when evaluating lending options. Next slide, please. So financing options. This is the nit and gritty. This is my favorite thing to talk about. Um, Lines of credits. So why is it important for a line of credit? A line of credit is a flexible financing option that can be used to finance any business expense. For example, I have a construction company that they get paid on a net 60. So what that means is they get paid every 60 days, right? And sometimes when you're new to this, you're like, okay, I got X amount of cash in hand and I'm not going to get paid in 60 days. So what's going to happen in between, right? What are you going to do? What if you don't have enough to pay your employees? What if you don't have enough for supplies? What if you don't even have enough to buy equipment, right? Or any gas, any unexpected expenses that you may have. So with the lending credit, what would help you is that it will help you for this amount of time to be your cushion. And what you'll need to do is you can use it and then reuse it as well. So it may be a secured or unsecured line of credit. And what it's important about it is that you how you plan on using a line of credit is only using it when you know you're going to get paid back. Because sometimes when you're just using it and you don't pay it back, it's almost like like a credit card. When a credit card, use it and then you use it not in a good way, you're going to be in debt and it's going to be so much harder for you to be out and get rid of um that that cycle just consistently, and you're not going to get out of the rat race. Unlike a loan, there is no lump sum and it's open, meaning you're able to use it as you need. Instead of monthly payments, they're based off what your outstanding balance is. Lines of credit can be useful for the business that need to manage cash flow, or have unexpected expenses. It can also be used to finance short term projects or take advantage of the new business opportunities. Secured lines of credit may require collateral, while unsecured lines of credit may have higher interest rates and stricter eligibility requirements. Can I have you go through the slide, please? Thank you very much. All right, so SBA lending for small businesses. Right here, this is one of my favorite things is that the Small Business Administration offers guaranteed lending programs to allow participating lenders to approve loans and otherwise they won't be able to make. So, for example, with US Bank is one of those lenders that we work with the small business, the SBA, because how it would work is that US Bank funds for half of the loan and the SBA would secure the other 50% of the loan. So if you would like for example, $30,000 loan, the SBA covers 15,000 and US Bank would cover 15,000. And that's how we're able to help you with your business as well. And the SBA provides direct loans up to 50,000. State and local governments also operate their own programs to foster entrepreneurship in underserved communities. Local and federal government agencies usually have an office of the small and disadvantaged business utilization, which helps small businesses get government contracts. Can you go to the next slide, please? So one thing that we have here at US Bank is we have this business diversity lending program. The reason why this is one of my favorite products that US Bank has is because let's say Juan that you start your business today, right? You want to start an electricity company. And what you need today is you need a truck for your business so you can get all your equipment. And also you need equipment. With US Bank, we have this program in which if you are a minority, woman, and veteran-owned business, we're able to finance and you have better opportunity to get approved for a loan with US Bank up to 50,000. And that's you starting today, day one on your business. We're able to help you out up to 50,000. So, and what's great about this is that you have to be at least 51% owner and operator for to take advantage of this promotion that we have, and then we'll be able to give the opportunity to take advantage of this loan. Next slide, please. Selecting a financial institution. Factors to consider when building a banking relationship. This is very important that I would suggest, and if there's one thing that you can take away today, it would be this. The reason why is because it's always important to have a banker. Doesn't matter who it is, if it's with US Bank or another company. What my clients enjoy when I help them out is that they have one person that's going to always advocate for them, right? So if they do a loan for me, they do a loan with me, and sometimes the underwriter declines it for some reason, right? I'm going to be able to tell your story to the underwriter and tell them why we can overcome this turn down on the application, and it could potentially get reversed and it could get approved. So that person that is always going to tell you your story, you need to have that person with you. Next slide. Thank you very much. So myths about banks. There's one common myth that banks don't want small businesses as customers. However, banks offer different services for small business, including loans and lines of credit, credit cards, everything we could do with your business. That's why it's important to separate everything yourself as a business owner. Once you have a business, start your business credit. The reason why I'm saying that is because I have a lot of customers that use their personal credit for their business operations, expenses, and when they want to buy anything later on, their debt to income is going to be too high. And basically, a debt to income, what that is that let's say that I make $10 a month and my expenses are at $7 a month. I only make $30 in profit. Most companies are going to be like, no, this guy, if you want to finance something that's going to cost you $4 a month, you're not going to be able to qualify for it because you're over in debt. What you should do is start your business credit, is because if you start your business credit, you're able to separate your personal and business, and your business credit's not going to show up on your personal credit bureau. And that's why it's important. So let's say that you have a car that you're using for your business and it's currently $5 a month, right? So instead of your debt to income showing that you owe that you have $7 a month, now it's going to go down to $3 a month that your debt to income is. And that's going to give you a better opportunity to have you buy a house, get more things on your personal side. Another myth is that banks don't make small loans. In fact, many banks offer small loans to help people with unexpected expenses or emergencies, and that's why it's important for you to know who you're able to go with. Because if I have a customer coming to me and is like, "Hey, Richard, you know what? Like, I'm having this problem right now." Okay, well, why are you having this problem? Oh, because I'm having this problem because right now my business is slow, and it's typically not as slow as it used to be. And then I ask you another question, and I ask you, hey, what do you do in these situations, right? Because I want to know, what are you doing to be proactive about this, right? And we're coming up with ideas together to avoid this in the future. And some people believe that they need a perfect credit history to get a loan from a bank. While good credit is important, many banks offer loans to people with less than perfect credit histories. So just because your credit score isn't 800 doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to get a loan with anywhere that you go. And others believe that loan applications take months and the fees are just outrageous. But with banks, with US Bank, there's no fees for these loans. We'll be able to help you out, and we're able to cater your needs. Next slide, please. How to establish your business credit. These are very important slides. If you would like to take a picture of this, I encourage you to do so. This talks about how you can get your EIN. EIN is basically an employer identification number. And what that is it's going to be the social security for your business. It's like your baby, like your kid. Everyone needs a social security. That's an EIN for the business. And what's great about it is that once you start your business credit, it's almost, think about it as you're going to be the co-signer for the business. And the business is going to have its own business credit bureau later on. And if your business does not have a listing with the business credit report agencies, ask your lenders, suppliers, and vendors if they'll start reporting to your business credit bureau. And then, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Next slide, please. All right. And where to register your business. Here are some slides where you can register your business through the Arizona Corporate Commission. And it's super cheap to start your business. Different different structuring if you want to start a LLC, a corporation, you can start it there, and that's the website as well to start your own EIN. Next slide, please. Alrighty, do you guys have any questions that I can help out with at the moment? I'll pass it back to you guys.
Yeah, no, very, very informative. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, like Richard said, do you guys have any questions in general? Any specific things that Rich may be able to answer? Just please feel free to either unmute or you could drop them in the chat. I mean, if there isn't any questions, I guess I'm speaking also for the YouTube audience. If you are watching this, um, just please, whatever does come up, feel free to reach out to one of your HSI coaches, and we could for sure filter those back out to Richard to answer, and then we could get back to you as well. But if there's no other or if there's no questions, that's pretty much what we have for today. I want to thank Richard for coming in and just giving us some insight, and hopefully we could have helped someone today, and whoever watches, they enjoyed it, and we could do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.